What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So I'm going to talk about kind of an important topic today. And that's going to be about how easily we are injured and the importance of learning how to shoot with one hand and how to actually do one-handed manipulations. Now I'm covering this topic because there's a reason I haven't done a video in a couple days. That's why you don't see this arm moving very much at the moment. We had another nasty snowstorm out here in New England. Lovely nasty snowstorm out here. So me, being the good husband, went over to brush off my wife's car because I just brushed off the van for the kids. And underneath the snow, there was a nice thick patch of black ice. And I did my little ice tap dance, as in you're getting ready to fall down the ground, you're trying not to fall down. And for some reason, I landed on this side, but I'm seriously messed up this shoulder. So right now, where it is, I've basically been sitting here with my hand like this, or in my pocket for the most part. I can move my arm sideways, I can move my arm backwards, but I cannot extend it. I cannot extend it because it hurts insanely. It hurts a lot. I spent the entire day in the actual VA hospital yesterday, well, entire morning in the VA hospital yesterday, where my x-rays are turned out and fine. And basically they diagnosed me as having, you have an issue with your shoulder, so take some Motrin, and then after your appointment, you'll probably get an MRI, and then they'll decide in about a couple weeks of what your actual issue is. So I want to talk to you guys today about one-hand manipulations and the importance of it, especially if you're like me and you prefer carrying a firearm every single day. Because right now, I'm kind of in a shitty situation. So first, I'm gonna give you a couple little tips. Okay. So first, we'll see this real quick. This magazine is empty. All right. My Glock at the moment is completely cleared. Okay. So we're gonna put this empty magazine. Okay, we're putting the empty magazine into the Glock right now. And over here, I actually got this set up. These are snap caps, all right, snap caps. So a couple things you want to learn how to do when you're injured is, one, is how to draw and pull your pistol out from concealment and be able to actually use it one-handed, which is like basically shooting out in that direction. So I want to cover a little tip on actually one-handed shooting. Now, when most people think the original way that people would do the one-handed shooting is they stand completely sideways, go straight like this, they put this hand in the pocket like that, and that's how they do the one-handed shooting. Well, modern day technology kind of, teaches different ways, which is usually keeping this hand out of harm's way so nothing happens, because usually it's going to be injured. And you're aiming it like this, and you notice the angle of the pistol. The reason behind that is that that's the natural way my arm points, if I point it out there. That is the natural way that my arm actually points when I put it out there. So when you're shooting one-handed, you actually have better recoil management if you hold it like that. And when it'll come up, it won't affect your round. It won't affect your round how you're doing it. As long as you have that front sight pitch or sight alignment and you're on the target, it will absolutely work very well. So, like I said, keep in mind you're one-handed shooting, you have an angle like that, you want this hand out of the way, it's either injured or you're like me, you can't extend it. So you're in a safe direction, but you need to practice learning how to bring it in and out of the holster concealed. Now, if you want to carry it open, go for it. It's up to you. But me, I still like my concealed carry. So you just have to learn how to do the thumb swipe, which is basically you're bringing the thumb up underneath your clothing like this, just like that, and back onto the actual pistol itself and getting a good solid grip. Now you're going to have to slow down because you can't exactly do it as fast as you normally would, and I don't recommend you do it slow in the first place so you get used to it. But that little finger swipe can come right under this, back and up. I don't know, you guys see how I did that? Took my finger swipe, brought it to the front of the sweatshirt all the way back, and grabbed it just like that. Now, is it a slower draw? Absolutely, it's a slower draw. But I can still draw, which is kind of important. Now, the next thing I want to cover real quick is how to do a magazine change. Now, this is the reason why it's important to have a good, solid belt. I don't know if you can see in the video, very good, solid belt. There's a reason you want this good, solid belt, and there's a reason you want good sights on your actual pistol itself. So let's do this, shall we? So we'll reholster here. Like I said, it's got that magazine in there. So, like that, use my belt. So it's locked back in place. So say you're shooting, all right? Yeah, crappy situation, you're injured or you're just using one hand for whatever the reason is. You have it out there, you're shooting, and all of a sudden it goes click. Crap, what do you do? Well, when you have one hand when you have one hand injuries or you're learning how to do this, I actually recommend this on a daily basis. When you're carrying your gun, usually you want your magazine set up opposite on your support side. But in a situation like this that I actually adjusted it a little bit so I have a spare magazine in my back pocket where I can reach it with my strong hand. So what happens is you're shooting, you're bang, bang, bang. Oh crap, so what do? You simply put this in your pocket, just like that. Or the holster if you choose, magazine, load it in there, bring it back up, find that belt, and guess what? Your firearm is now back in battery. So I have snap caps that are in here. I have 100% snap caps that are ready to go and shoot. So just by doing those simple movements, I got the pistol back into a fight if I absolutely needed to. Now I'm going to clear this real quick and then I'm going to do it again for you. So once again, I'm going to put this in my back pocket. And I'm going to put this one, empty one, and the pistol itself. So you've done your draw, you're shooting, you're shooting, you're shooting. So bang, 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 you're out of ammunition. Simply push the button. That flip does help. Put it in your pocket like so. Grab the magazine. Put it in there, and then you take it on your belt and rack it, and it's back in the battery. Remember, always keep your finger off the trigger when you're doing that. Now, if you're close to, say, a wall or a table, you can use those sights. That's why it's important to have good solid sights, like metal sights. You can actually use those on a table if you have a good edge of it and actually get it back in the fight. Say if you're shooting from behind cover, you can actually just swipe it on the table and bring it back into the fight. So now we're going to do this at full speed. I'm going to clear this one more time, and then we're going to do this at full speed for you guys, just to see how effective this actually can be. We're fully set up. Now we're going to do this in real time to actually show you how effective this will be. Is this going to be as fast as normal? No, it's not going to be as fast as your normal handling manipulations. But it's important to learn how to do this, because if you're in a shitty situation, most of the time when you're in a fight, your hand's out in front of us, which means everyone's shooting at this area. So if your hands are out here, what gets injured first, which is usually your hands or your firearm, gets hit. So it's good to know how to do this. So we're going to do this at full-time speed so we can show you. So we're shooting, you're shooting. Crap, you're out of ammunition. Back into the fight. It's not that hard to do, and with practice, it's very simple. And do this with dry fire practice all the time. That's one of the big reasons I actually recommend you actually have the step caps. Now we're going to talk about a couple clearances. We're going to do a couple clearings real quick, one-handed. So I'm going to set this back up for you, and then we'll get back to it. Now that took me a few minutes to set up because it's kind of hard to do it when this hand isn't working very well and I can't raise it out and it hurts a little bit. But here it is. This is a very common malfunction. Stovepipe, all right, stovepipe. Obviously, if this was, this would just be brass. These are just snap caps. So this is just demonstrating. And so you're shooting, your extractor could be bad, could be anything, and for some weird reason, it just happened like this, and you get a stovepipe. It does happen. I've seen it happen with striker-fired pistols, along with every other pistol out there. It's a common thing you need to learn to do. Now, the normal method, the way how to clear this is usually a simple tap, rack, and you put it into the battery. But when you're injured, it makes it a little bit more complicated. So how exactly would we do this? Well, you have this thing called a leg. You can go tap, rack, and guess what? It is back in the fight. That simple slamming it on my knee like this, if you noticed, you see I slammed it on my knee, racked it, and got it back in the battery. That's a simple way how to actually clear a stovepipe. Now we're going to get to the more complicated. How do we clear a double feed? So I got to set that up for you. It might take a couple minutes, but I'll edit that out. I'll set up a double feed for you, and I'll show you how to actually handle it that way too. Next, we're going to talk about a type 2 malfunction. Now, type 2 malfunction is pretty simple. As high as I can move my arm right now. Is you take a round, okay, or a dummy round, no, this is live rounds. You put it in the actual chamber itself. Then you take a mag that has another snap cap in it. You load it in there, and then boom, just like that, and it's trying to send it forward. Now what happens is now you have a type 2, which is a double feed, which means you have 2 rounds trying to get in the chamber. Now when you have a type 2 like this, what's going to happen is the slide is not going to be functioning. I can't pull it back very well. Even with my bummed out arm, I can't pull it back right now. You cannot push the magazine release. You see, it's not working very well. So how exactly are you supposed to take care of a situation like this? So this type of malfunction would pretty much only happen when you're down at the bottom of a magazine, because there's usually bad springs at the end of the magazine. So how would we actually fix this in a shitty situation like that? Well, there's 2 reasons, 2 ways when you're doing this one-handed. 1, you could have a second gun, which kind of would help a little bit. Or 2, you got to figure out a way to get that magazine and actually rip it out of the actual pistol itself. So let's try to figure this out, shall we? I slammed it on my knee, holding the magazine just like that. I don't know if you guys saw that. I took this, I slammed it on my knee, hardcore on my knee, which sent that magazine flying out. Now, you gotta change out the magazine. So, we gotta change it, which means you gotta rack it, rack it, rack it, then put it in your pocket, just like before. Put this guy back in here. Then, rack it, rack it. And now it is back into the fight and ready to go. So I'm going to set that up again, and I'm going to show you one more time how you actually do this. So we're all set up again. So we're all set up, and we're going to give this another shot. So we're going to do this the same way I showed you the last time. So as you can see, I have the double feed set up there. So you're shooting, you're shooting, you're shooting. It goes click. It's not going bang. The slide's back to the rear. So what do you do now? Well, you simply hold the magazine just like this. I'm holding it down hard. Bring your knee up, and you're hitting it to the side of your knee, so you have a good steady surface, which is like that. You notice how that just pops it out just like that. And then you got to clear the chamber. So you take it on your belt, just like that. And then once again, you put this in your pocket, take this mag, load it in the pistol grip, making sure it's in there good. You can slam it on your belt to make sure it's good. Using your belt, and now once again, you're back into the fight. Now, a double feed in general takes time to usually change. Usually you have to rip the magazine out. You have to rack it 3 times. Then you have to change out your next magazine. When you're in a crappy situation and your arm isn't working properly, that's pretty much the only way you could really do it. Now when you're slamming it on your knee, if you don't get it just right, you might have to do it a second time. If you're close to a wall, it might hurt a little bit, but you're gonna slam your arm, not the magazine, like this, using the inertia. If this was the actual table, if you slam like that, it's not going to work. You have to slam it like this, so the actual inertia itself sends that magazine out there. Then you have to clear the chamber, reload a magazine, and rack it on your belt again. So anyway, I just wanted to cover those real quick for you guys, because there's, you know, one-hand manipulations are very important, especially when you're injured like me. So it just got me thinking about it, and I think that was kind of an important video for you. Anyway guys, if you liked this video, you found this helpful, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me, and remember, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.